Okay, I'm making a quick video on how to draw the chair fractal just to make sure everybody understands what you're supposed to do. Totally okay if you don't use a grid, but if you do use a grid, that could be helpful. Okay, so I've added a grid for myself here, and there's a good reason for that. I'm going to first draw just a kind of the big old L, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over that's 4, 8, 12, 16, and I'm going to go down 4, 8, 12, 16, I think, 4, 8, 12, yep, okay, and then 4, 8, 12, 16, need to give myself a little bit more space here, then 4, 8, 12, 6, I'm going to keep going around like that. Okay, so I have my big one. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to split this side right here in half, and then this side right here also for 8 in half. I'm going to do the same thing up here, split that in half, and I'm going to do the same thing over here. Here's 4, 8, split that in half. Okay, then I'm going to mark kind of that point right there, which is kind of coming down from here and coming across from there. Coming down from here and across from there. Let's mark that point right there. Okay, now I'm going to draw my first like broken up L. And now I'm going to get this to come down until the point where it meets this one. Cool. Okay, then I'm going to go straight all the way across from here to get that to match right there. And I'm going to divide this right here in half, so like coming down straight from here, getting that to match down there. Okay, now notice what I've done is I've taken this big L shape and I've split it into smaller L shapes. I'm going to do the exact same thing with the next one, but I'm going to pick a different color. So I'm going to mark kind of like the halfway for all of these. Halfway, 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 half, half, half. Okay, so like inside this first one, I'm going to draw an L that's just taking up that half space. And then we're going to connect this line and connect this line. And now notice this one is the same shape and size as this one. So now we're going to do the same thing here. And then break that up. Same thing down here. Break that up. Same thing over here. Oops, not quite. So let's just fix that. Mistakes are okay. No big deal. And break that up. Okay, so let's look at just like how many pieces we had in the first case. So in the first case, I had just this one big piece right here. Okay, so I'm gonna make note of that in that like stage 1, actually let's do that in black. Stage 1, I had 1, so like the number of L's. And they're not losers, there's just the L shape, okay? Stage 2, that was, I had this L right here. I had this one, I had this one, and I had this one, so that gets me 4. So in stage 2, I had 4. In stage 3, well, each of those became 4, right? Like this one up here, this big blue one became 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. This became 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. And so again, this time I had 4 times 4, and that became 16. If I do this one more time, oops, I gotta fix that line. Like that, all of a sudden in stage 4, I end up with 16 times 4, or 64. So how many would I get in the next stage? So what I want you to do is you're going to sketch it kind of like this. It does need to kind of follow this pattern. Totally okay if you made some mistakes like I just did right there. I'm noticing. Should go over here. Totally okay. And then create this table so that you can then describe and answer that question that I had for you. So make sure you answer that question. Let me know what questions you've got.